Well, hello there, Skywinders. Welcome back to another episode of Skywind 007. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at this. This is the drive-on wireless FM transmitter. So this is the updated version of their older FM transmitter. So what makes this one different than the older one is the remote. I call it a remote, but it's not really a remote. You're not going to be holding it on your hand. You're going to stick it to the ideally the steering wheel of your car, but you can stick it anywhere you want. And also it has iHeart Radio, tune in, and it has a native voice, and of course Bluetooth. That's a requirement. So here's an example. So let's just open it up. Let's not talk too much. I'm trying to reduce the amount of talking. Okay, so here it is. So let's try to pull it out. This is a very complicated configuration as far as packaging. I don't like it. Should I have to return it, it would be difficult to put it back in. So it's a different setup. If you look at the older models, or the different models, I don't want to call them older. This is better. This type is better in the sense that it's very concealed. You can't see it. So if you live in a very dangerous place where everybody's robbing everybody, it's better to go with the discreet ones like this. But if that's not the case for you, you can buy this one. And this one has the option of, being able to adjust angular direction like this. And of course, it has two different chargers. The 2.1 amp Type-C charger, and then the regular USB charger, as opposed to this one, which only has the regular USB chargers. This is of course the remote, which has the included battery. You can tell right there. There's a tab that you have to pull out, and this is the sticky pad that you're going to use to stick it wherever you want on your car. We're going to see if that works on my car. Everybody's cars are different, so that'll depend on the car that you're driving. And so we have here the instructions. It's very clear. And they do have a helpline. I'll just put the information there. I don't think you're going to need it, because they all work on the same principle. But here's something I never like, downloading apps. So I'm going to try to work with this without the app. But I'm going to take a look at the app anyway. So if you're interested in just looking at the apps, you can do the Android if you have an Android, or do the iPhone if you have an iPhone or iPad. Okay, so let's start with setup. So the first thing I want to do is pair it to a phone. I have a phone right here, and we're going to pair it to this radio. Of course, this is meant to work. This is meant to work inside a car, but we're going to do it here just for the visual simplicity in this room, because my car is black, so it's very dark. So it's going to look like the Blair Witch Project when I get there. I get that criticism all the time, but there's nothing I can do. I don't have any kind of stage lighting inside my car. So let's start by pairing this to this. Okay, so let's plug it in. So it's upside down. So I like the color changes. Wow, this is nice. Let me turn off the lights. So when you plug it in, the first thing it'll tell you is the voltage, 15 volts. So it's a little over. It's supposed to be 12 volts. And then it'll tell you the radio station, and that it's set to, and it's trying to pair. So of course you can change the radio station, but for that you of course need the remote. I'll call it a remote. Okay, so the battery's in. So the instructions say, and I know you can't see it, let me turn on one of the lights. To press this one or this one forward or backwards to change the FM station. So let's see, press and hold 2 seconds. And then press once to change the station. So I'm going to do 106.3. I don't know why it keeps stopping like that. Okay, so 106.3, so we're in a good place right there. So the next thing I want to do is power this up. And go to settings. Settings. And go to connected devices. And remember, this is an Android. Pair new device. And then you see this right here, LE on voice BT FM. Click on it. And you can allow access to your contacts if you want. I'm going to say no to that, or I'm going to ignore that. Pair. And that's it. So we are paired. So the next thing you want to do is go to your car and set your car. This is going to be my car radio. So you're going to set it to the same frequency that you see here, 106.3 or whatever you set, whatever you like. I chose 106.3, so let's go to 106.3 over here. So I already did that previously, 106.3, but you can, if you change it, it'll disconnect. So you have to be 106.3 and 106.3 have to be on the same frequency. And now we are ready to play some music. So I'm gonna go to YouTube. Here we go. Okay, so I did resolve one of the problems that I have with this, and that is the pause button. So even though it's not labeled on the remote, it does say over here, let me zoom in. If you press that, so you just click on it, it'll play and pause, and it'll answer the call. And if you press it twice or double click, it'll call back. So it's not labeled for some reason. There's no pause icon there or anything else, but this one on the top left, that is your play and pause. So let's test it and see how that works. Okay, so let's test it. So I already set everything up, so let's play. And pause. So that works. But it's not labeled, so that's where you might have some confusion. You might overread it. It's easy to overread it, and it's not obvious. So I wish it was obvious, but it's not. So let's go to my car and let's have this set up, and let's see how that works. Okay, so we are inside my car, and we're gonna try it out. So let's connect it. It tells me the voltage 11.7 is trying to connect. So we're going to pair it this time to an iPhone. So let's go to settings. And let's go to Bluetooth. And let's go to on voice BTFM.
Connected.
So it's now connected. So let's see if we can play anything. Let's press this. Play a song.
Play no songs.
Oh, it is. It actually works on the iPhone. So let's see if it can play a next song. Play 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 next song. Stop playing song. Oh, so it's actually working on the iPhone. It didn't work on my Android, but it is working on the iPhone. What time is it?
It's 2:45 p.m.
So it knows the time. Let's see if it knows the date. Do you know the date?
Okay, I found this on the web for Do You Know the Date? Check it out.
What date is it?
It's Thursday, February 8th, 2024.
Can you take me to La Madeleine?
One option is La Madeleine on Broadway Street in Pearland, about 7 miles to your east, and it gets 2.5 stars on Yelp. Do you want that one?
No, I want the one in Sugarland.
Perfect. I can call or get directions. Just tell me what you'd like to do.
I want directions.
Getting directions to La Madeleine.
Stop giving me directions.
Ending navigation.
Okay, so it definitely can control a lot. I was hoping it can control my whole phone, but it can't close apps. Let's see what else it can do. I have an emergency. Can you take me to a hospital?
One possibility is MD Anderson Cancer Center on Holcomb Boulevard, about 16 miles to your north, and it gets 91% positive ratings. Is that the one you're looking for?
No, never mind. I don't want to go anywhere.
Okay, I found this on the web for No, never mind, I don't want to go anywhere. Check it out.
Stop giving me navigation.
You're not navigating in Apple Maps at the moment.
Let's see if it'll work with the screen off. Okay, so the apps are closed, as you can see. Let me turn off the screen. So let's first play some music, and then we'll go to La Madeleine again. Play some music.
Playing all songs. There was a network problem getting Apple Music.
So it's playing the music. Even though it said that there was a network problem, I just need to raise the volume. Oh, it is on. Okay, on max. Let's see if we can play the next song. Play next song. Play next song. Stop playing song. Okay, so everything's working. You don't have to unlock it to launch the apps. Let's see if we can go to La Madeleine. Take me to La Madeleine.
One option I found is La Madeleine on Broadway Street in Pearland, about 7 miles to your east, and it gets 2.5 stars on Yelp. Is that the one you want?
No, never mind. Let's go back inside and let's do some final thoughts. We have reached the end of this review, and I want to give this a 4 stars out of 5 because everything is nice. It works very well with the iPhone. I tried with the Android and it didn't work. I tried downloading the app that was shown over here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but there's an app there that you had to download for the Android, and it still didn't work. So I tried it with my iPhone. I even forgot to download the app for the iPhone, and it worked. And I have yet to test the app for the iPhone, but I don't need it because it's working even without the app. So it might just be this one Android. I'm sure that other Androids will work. Other Android phones will work, but my Android specifically did not work. So, and I've had this situation happen to me before where I try the device on both an Android and on an iPhone, and it works on the iPhone, but it doesn't work on an Android for some reason. So I can't say why. and it works perfectly with the iPhone. Everything's great. As far as the control, I'll call it a the controller. It works. It's not labeled as play pause over here on the top left, but once you know what it is, you just have to memorize it. The other ones are obvious. It says forward and reverse. The issue that I have a little bit of an issue with this, and that is that my car, every surface is curving, and this is flat, so it's kind of tricky to stick something flat on a curving surface. It's not going to do a very good job when you stick flat things on curving surfaces like that. So you have to look up a good place, and my car is a Nissan. Everything's curving in that Nissan, so that's a problem. But you might have a flat car with everything flat, so it might work for you, because every car is different. So overall, I said it was 4 stars out of 5, and the main reason why I didn't want to give it 5 stars out of 5 is because it doesn't have a pause button over here. They could have added these 2 buttons over here, and they could have made this into a play pause button and everything else. So unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. They didn't design it. It would have been perfect, and I would have given it 5 stars. So thank you for watching. Subscribe and thumbs up.